So we'll continue with our discussion on double integrals in polar coordinates with the following implication. The first example here is we let R be the region bounded by the following circles. Let me just start with example 4.1. If we let R be the region bounded by the circles x squared plus y squared equals 4, and you have here x squared plus y squared equal to 16. So notice that the radius here is 2. Here the radius is 4. We're asked to draw the region R and evaluate the double integral of e raised to x squared plus y squared dA over this region R using polar coordinates. Recall that in polar coordinates, x is equal to r cosine theta and y is equal to r sine theta. So that x squared also plus y squared is equal to r squared. From here, our region is shown as follows. This is x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. So mean to say the radius there is 2. And x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. So 16. So the radius is 4. Remember that this is our formula for double integral in polar coordinates. We have r, a function of r in theta, dr d theta. So from here, this is your function, but you have to rewrite it in terms of r theta. But x squared plus y squared is r squared. So that means to say you can rewrite this as e to the r squared. And then you have your r dr d theta. And since you already know that r there is even the value from, from the value r equal to 2 to 4. Also, because this is equal from 0, theta is from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so we can rewrite our equation, this one, the double integral of e to the x squared plus y squared dA as e to the, you replace x squared plus y squared with r squared, and you have your function now, f of r theta, and you have your r dr d theta. R is from 2 to 4, from here, 2 to 4, and theta is from 0 to 2 pi. And we know that this point, you should have, if you have the integral of e to the u du, it should be e to the r squared, you should have 2r. So we have to introduce the value 1/2 there, so that you will have 1/2 e to the r squared evaluated from 2 to 4. Okay, and you have your d theta, but before you evaluate with respect to theta, you have to write it as 1/2 e to the 4 squared, that's the upper limit, minus e to the 2 squared. So 2 squared. E to the 4 squared is 16, e to the 2 squared is 4. So 1/2 now of what's e to the 16 minus e to the 4th d theta. And then you know how to write this because it's in terms of theta. All you have to do is to, this serves constant. So 1/2 e to the 16 e to the 4th, the integral of d theta is theta evaluated from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, and this should give us, from here, theta can be substituted by 2 pi minus 0. But 2 pi there divided by 1/2 will simply give you pi. So you only have the following value. This is pi of e to the 16 minus e to the 4. So that's the answer for the double integral of r of f of r dr d theta evaluated as e to the x squared plus y squared dA over the region R with the following region as boundaries. X squared plus y squared equal to 4 and x squared plus y squared is equal to 16. For the second example, you are asked to find the region or evaluate the region R given the region is in the first quadrant bounded by the circle x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. That means to say r squared is equal to 4 or r is equal to 2. And you are given the function y over square root of x squared plus y squared dA using polar coordinates. So, let me see. Okay, here. Again, recall that your x in polar is r cosine theta and y is equal to r sine theta. Also, x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. There are some things which are evident here. That is your square root of x squared plus y squared can be rewritten as the square root of r squared. And your y is your r sine theta. As for the limits of integration, we already know that it's in the first quadrant. So if you take a look at the region, your r is from 0 to, you have there 4, square root of 4 is 2. So r squared is equal to 4. So r is equal to 2. So from 0 to 2. As for theta, notice that it is in the first quadrant. So this is from 0 to pi over 2. So rewriting this, you should have the following. Y over square root of x squared plus y squared can now be written as your y is r sine theta. This one, as mentioned earlier, is square root of r squared. And we have from 0 to 2, so your limits of integration for r. And from 0 to pi over 2 for theta. Remember that you always have r of f of r theta, f of r theta dr d theta. So this value should always come after your function f of r theta. Now, this can be simplified as okay, your square root of r squared can be written as r. So you can, what do you call this one? You can actually cancel out r here and come up with r sine theta. This one r sine theta dr d theta. So from evaluated from 0 to 2 for r, then from 0 to pi over 2 for theta. So you rewrite that as r sine theta dr d theta. And we know that at this point, your sine theta is a constant when you evaluate with respect to r. So you should have r squared over 2 sine theta evaluated from 0 to 2, and then you have your integral from 0 to pi over 2 d theta. You have this. Okay? And then, again, since your this one is evaluated with respect to r, so you should replace r squared there by 2 squared, and then that's minus 0. Okay? So, but 2 squared is 4 over 2, so that should give you 2 sine theta. But then, remember that after evaluating with the upper and upper limit minus lower limit, you still have to evaluate with respect to theta again. So integral of that is simply sine theta. Integral of sine theta is negative cosine theta. Integral of sine theta is negative cosine theta. So you should have negative cosine, negative 2 cosine of theta. Okay, to cosine theta from 0 to pi over 2. And from here, again, what's the value? You can substitute as cosine of pi over 2 is 0 and cosine of 0 is 1. So negative 2. So the final value is positive. This is an exercise. You're asked to find the volume of the solid in the first octant bounded by the cone Z is equal to R and the cylinder R is equal to 3 sine theta. This is how it looks like. You have your cone Z is equal to R and the cylinder R equal to 3 sine theta. And the part that you are asked to solve for the volume is this part. So for your activity, we have find the volume, the solid bounded by the paraboloid Z is equal to 4 minus R squared, the cylinder R equal to 1, and the polar plane. Okay, that's how it looks like. And for the other activity, and this is the answer. The answer is here. So you need to show the solution. The other activity is to find the volume, the solid bounded by the paraboloid Z is equal to R squared, and below the plane Z is equal to 2R sine theta. That's how it looks like. So you have your paraboloid and you have the plane Z is equal to 2R sine theta. It's another perspective. Should have the answer as 1/2 pi cubic units. So you have to find the solution there. So the next topic is on double integrals in polar coordinates. We have the following theorem. So you have to consider the area of a portion of a surface. This one. Let the function f and f of x and f of y be continuous in the closed region R in the xy plane. The area sigma of the surface z is equal to f of xy that lies over R is given by the following. Sigma is equal to the double integral of the square root of f of x squared of the function xy plus f of y squared f sub y squared of xy plus 1 dx dy. We'll end with that one first, and then we'll have the example on the next video.